Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tortoise community. Very happy to have you join us on this Friday, 23rd of January. In today's video, I want to break down PayPal's latest announcement. So apparently they are going ahead with the acquisition of Cymbio, as you can see right here as well, right? So it's all over the news. They announced it yesterday. And so in today's video, I want to discuss why I think this can be another catalyst going forward, okay? So what is the impact that this will have on the stock, in why this matters to us as long-term shareholders? But before I do that, let's discuss here the thought of today, and that is you can see that this was a post that was made by one of the people working with me, Pallavi. I'm pretty sure she's watching the video as well. So I mean, well done for all the work that you've been putting out, Pallavi. And what you can see is I once looked at a company where the CEO owned 0 shares but had a massive bonus tied to growth. Translation: he was going to buy other companies just to look big, even if destroyed value. In the investing world, I don't trust babysitters who don't love the kids. I mean, I just love that. A professional manager, the babysitter, can walk away if things get messy. They still get paid their hourly rate, salary, regardless of the kid's long-term future. But a founder has their life savings on the line, right? They are not looking for a quiet exit. They are building a legacy. And guys, now that we are on this topic, this is part of the reason why you can see that founder-led companies typically tend to outperform. I'm not sure if I have that chart right here. If I don't, apologies for that. I would have to open another document, and I'm not going to do that for the sake of because it's not. So it's not. I'm not. Well, I wasn't expecting to show that in today's video, of course. So for the sake of brevity, I won't be doing that. But what the chart tells you, in fact, is it not here? Ah, wait. I think it probably might be here. Here we go. This is why, as you can see, founder-led companies outperform the rest over time. Okay, let me go back. Hold on a second. Where is that? Right here. You can see, going back to the early 90s, you can see that this is the index total shareholder return, right? And you can see that founder-led businesses tend to outperform other companies. And this is part of the reason, to give you an example, why I'm still invested in Evolution AB, for example, right? Because it's a company where insider ownership is above 20%. So there's a lot of skin in the game. And to make it even better, the current CEO was actually buying more shares in June 2025, already with the stock in the dump. Okay, what does that mean? It means that our incentives are aligned with those of the management team. Okay, so this is what I want. So I just wanted to start this with to start today's video with this educational insight. But let's get to let's go back to the main topic of today's video, and that is PayPal recent acquisition. Okay. So they announced that acquisition. If I go here to the site, you can see. So I'm going to read this out to you guys, just the most important aspects of it. PayPal to acquire Cymbio, accelerating agentic commerce capabilities, right? So you can see this was PayPal announced today announced it has agreed to acquire Cymbio, a multi-channel orchestration platform that helps brands sell across agentic surfaces, including Microsoft Copilot and Perplexity and other e-commerce channels. PayPal previously partnered with Cymbio as part of its agentic commerce services in the suite of solutions that allows merchants to attract customers and drive sales in the new era of AI-powered commerce. All right. Why is this such a big deal? As always, I mention it right here because I really want to drive home this point that PayPal is no longer just is no longer just a solution. Well, a payment solution provider is also is also shifting to an e-commerce player. Okay, so PayPal is not no longer trying to be just a payments button. This acquisition is about positioning PayPal as infrastructure for AI-driven commerce. The market, of course, as usual, in typical fashion, largely shrugged it off, right? But that may be short-sighted, as we will uncover later on. So what exactly was announced? You can see, as we already discussed, that the was announced the acquisition of Cymbio, which is a Tel Aviv-based commerce infrastructure company, right? So Israel. Terms were undisclosed. This is one thing that I unfortunately didn't really like. So I wanted to see in that announcement, this announcement right here, exactly what amount they paid for it, right? Because that's, you want to know if they, so we can make an educated guess about whether they have overpaid, right, or not. But yeah, terms undisclosed, but the deal is expected to close in the first half of 2026. In PayPal, this is important, guys, already owns a minority stake since 2022. All right. So one of the main reasons that I criticized previous management, right before Alex Crease, so before 2023, was that they embarked on a frenzy of acquisitions that were not really accretive, right? So they were just doing acquisitions for the sake of revenue growth. But what about synergies? That wasn't happening. But this is important because PayPal already knows Symbio, right? So they took a minority stake in 2022, and so they already know the company inside out, right? Which makes the case for a seamless and for sure successful integration. Why Symbio? What Symbio actually does? Let's start with that. So Symbio enables brands to sync product data, inventory, and orders across channels. They make product catalogs discoverable in AI-driven environments, drop orders directly into existing fulfillment and management systems, and retain control of customer relationships and brand data. They were founded in 2015, and they are already working with some of these companies that you see right here. Okay, so how the heck does that fit into PayPal's strategy? Because PayPal is building what it calls agentic commerce. And this is why PayPal over the last several months has been entering into partnerships with many companies from Google, Microsoft, ChatGPT, right? This is the push towards agentic commerce that many still believe it's many years away. However, I think this will actually come sooner than most people think. So a world where consumers discover and buy products through AI agents, not by browsing traditional e-commerce websites, right? Current PayPal integrations, take a look at that. Microsoft Copilot, Perplexity is another partnership that they announced as part of this push. Coming soon, we have OpenAI's ChatGPT, right? So they are the first, as a matter of fact, in this space to actually get into a partnership with ChatGPT. Google's Gemini app slash AI mode. So Symbio will power Store Sync, PayPal's service that pushes merchants' product data into AI channels, enables checkouts and fulfillment seamlessly via PayPal. What's important here to note is that this moves PayPal up the value chain from a simple payment processor to a commerce operating system, as I was discussing at the beginning of this document. Why this deal is different from past ones, we already touched upon that. Look at that. Past partnership announcements failed to move the stock. Investors viewed agentic commerce as too early, too theoretical. Why this still stands out? Because Symbio is already integrated, right? So PayPal and Symbio already know each other. They have been working together since 2022. They are already serving real merchants, already handling real orders, no execution leap required, right? So this should be seamless and potentially accretive, not experimental. What about the bigger market opportunity? And this is something that I did some research here, and you can see. Let me see if I can find it here so you guys can see. This is the opportunity, guys. Where is the document? Let me see if I find it. Is it this page? No. I probably closed it already, but it's right here, so don't worry about that. You can see that this is the bigger market opportunity. AI-powered commerce is expected to orchestrate 900 billion to 1 trillion of US retail revenue by 2030. I'm not expecting any of these important partnerships to generate any revenue for PayPal in the next year or two. Okay, it's important to understand that yes, agentic commerce is not something that is going to drive lots of revenue in 1 or 2 years, but the foundation is now in place for this to for all of this to translate into more revenue and ultimately into more profits down the line. All right. And I don't think that this current leadership under Alex Chris would have done this acquisition if they didn't believe it was very necessary. Okay. So discovery is shifting from websites to search to AI assistants. If PayPal becomes the default checkout plus fulfillment layer for AI commerce, what happens? It embeds itself deeper into merchant workflows. It creates stickiness, which is something that we really like as shareholders. It increases switching costs because then it becomes costly both from a financial standpoint, but also it costs time to switch to another provider. Another great thing, right? It shores up their moat. It strengthens its long-term moat. Why the market is not excited yet? Because agentic commerce still feels far off to most investors. And for example, if I show you the chart right here, right? If you are watching this video for the first time, let me set some context here. We always use we always use eToro for educational purposes, right? So it's the platform that we will use, for example, to discuss more about technical analysis, which is like 10% of our framework. 90% is always fundamentals. But I just find it easier for especially newcomers, right? People who are still new to investing to get their head around certain things. And so I'm showing you this for that reason, but I always use interactive brokers to execute all of our transactions. Okay, so you can see that despite all the announcements, right? Look at that. So Alex Chris joined in, when did he join? Around October 2023, September, October 2023. And since Alex Chris joined, actually it coincided with the bottom, right? The stock has done nothing really. And now, in fact, we are very close to reaching a double bottom. And that would be, in my case, another buying opportunity because I don't think the story has changed, as I already discussed. But okay, so despite all the announcements that were, despite all the partnerships that were announced throughout this period, the stock has done nothing, which has been very frustrating for investors, especially those that were buying the company close to its all-time highs, right? That wasn't certainly my case. In our case, our cost basis is around $64 per share. In fact, it's already marked here on the chart, $66 per share. And I'm planning on accumulating more if this thing gets to $50 per share. But I will keep you posted on that. Okay, so revenue impact is not immediate, as we already discussed. PayPal stock has been punished for years. Skepticism is very high. There is no doubt about it, but this is what allows us to make money. What is the like a tortoise main takeaway, right? Close with philosophy. This is not a short-term catalyst. This is about positioning for how commerce works in 5 or 10 years. We think as long-term business owners, and so we would love to continue to own this company for the long term, provided the value is increasing. because we believe, in fact, we don't believe it. We know for a fact that over the long term, as I can show you right here, right, the price will always follow the evolution of the company's earnings, and this will always continue to be the case. I'm very constructive here. And PayPal is quietly betting on where discovery happens, not just how people pay. So the quick question for long-term investors is PayPal becoming more deeply embedded in the future commerce or just adding another feature? I believe the latter. I believe this. So I believe in the latter. Okay. Um, and that's it. And what else did I want to show you? In fact, if we do some due diligence here on Cymbio, the first of all, the website looks pretty sleek, but what really jumps out at me is the customer reviews. Okay, and it's nice if you guys actually take the time to read through some of these reviews, but you can see that the review, look at that, 4.8, a 4.8 score out of all, out of over 1,000 reviews. And yeah, I mean, look, it's pretty cool. I think the technology is very slick, very cool, and I think it will benefit PayPal as well. And Yeah, guys, I mean, we continue to see that the stock is still trading very cheaply relative to all these fundamentals, right? Because the forward P is only 10 times, so the company is trading it's trading like a bank than anything else. But it's just unbelievable. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope PayPal continues to announce strategic partnerships that will create value over time, because the more seeds they plant, the better. And this is exactly what they have to do. Okay, they still have to address the core, so the big elephant in the room, which is the branded checkout solutions, right? Because this is the what generates most profits for them, and I want to see this turning around. So I want to see growth increasing over time. That would be very bullish, and I think that will be the most important catalyst for PayPal, because this is what analysts in the market as a whole is more focusing on. Is more focused on. They want to see that branded checkout growth is accelerating because they are panicking. They are very concerned over competition, and because of that, they are disregarding all the other catalysts that this new management team has been creating. Okay, so yeah, guys, smash the like button if you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more, because you guys are awesome. And so thank you so much for the supportive comments as well. And don't forget that tomorrow, right? So the 24th, which is a Saturday, we have our group call at 10 a.m. So if you have any questions, make sure to tune in and ask me anything. See you tomorrow, guys.